Minister of Tourism Vincent Vanderpool Wallace says that the whole point of the Bahamas 16-island wedding promotion is for people to see us for who we are.
So when you start telling people about 16 islands and island groups, and as you will see on the new website that's going to be launched in the next couple of months or so, where each one of these island or island groups, they each have their own logo and their own look and feel, because what we discovered is that people believe places are different when they look different. If you have each island and the name of the island looking very much the same, psychologically people believe that the experience in all these islands are the same. When you show them as looking very different, they suddenly begin to recognize that they're indeed quite different and they're far more interested in it.
Minister Vanderpool Wallace says that we have only begun to scratch the surface of romance tourism, and he also emphasized the need to get people to go back to the islands.
And a large part of what we are trying to do is to get people to go back to the islands and provide whatever incentives are necessary to enable that. And we also recognize that what is critically important in order to make that happen is to begin to see the inter-island transportation systems as infrastructure for an archipelago called the Bahamas. That has been something that we haven't done before to the degree that we should. And once we begin to provide that infrastructure for people to be able to move easily, inexpensively, and reliably between the islands, that's when the Bahamas really begins to come in its own. And the easiest explanation we've given to people, and then they begin to nod their heads and say, oh, I understand, is really to describe the Bahamas as the Greek islands of the Western Hemisphere. People understand Greece as a place where you go by airline very quickly, more often than not by fast ferry from place to place to place. Nobody ever thinks about going to Greece and going just to one island. And the whole idea of getting the Bahamas for people again to see that is really what we are all about.
For the Tourism Today Network, I'm Gina Thiele.